I'm not really sure. It's probably a better question for NASCAR, but obviously, I think the teams and drivers would all say it was success, and I think NASCAR would also deem it a success. I think there's probably a lot of things that they learned from it, that they would improve on, but that's part of the process.
When you talk to sponsors and stuff, what was their reaction? Were they like, well, gosh, you got to do more of this? Or was it?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at, kind of the key partners they had for that race, McDonald's, Blue Cross, and Xfinity, those were all, 2311 partners, so they were obviously, heavily invested in the success of it, and I think they were happy.
From the team side, there's a lot of talk about international races, right? Going overseas. Is it feasible from the team side to do that during a grinding season, or is it how do you work that into the schedule? I guess
I'm not really sure. I think it'd be tough to do in the middle of the season, certainly. But you just NASCAR and the teams will need to have some dialogue about when's the best time. Is it exhibition? Is it points race? Something like that. But certainly, I think it's on the horizon of NASCAR's thoughts about what's next.
Is there a market, whether in the United States, internationally, overseas, that you really target and say that's where we need to be?
I'm not for me personally, but I think it's more about where's the city going to welcome you, or the country, and what are they willing to put forth to put that event on.
Can you ship parts and pieces overseas and then just send people over to something like, could you have a Toyota garage, a Chevy garage, and a Ford garage, rather than having to ship over like full cars on a boat?
I don't know. Again, I haven't got too far into the weeds on it, but certainly we'd have to do a ton of research on the logistics. That'd be obviously the toughest part.
Yeah. When you look at the current schedule, 38 races, 36 points, 2 exhibitions, is that the right number? Too much? Too little? Or are you in a perfect world?
It's a lot. It's a lot. Certainly. I mean, I think that's why, as teams, our cost is what it is, because we run 38 times. There is no off weeks, basically. We got about a month total time that the teams can take off, I guess you could say, grand total. So I don't know. It's a lot, but I don't ever see it going backwards, just simply because of the revenue.
Bowman said you talked yesterday. Did you go and seek him out?
Yeah, I mean, told him it was on my to-do list of things before I got back to the racetrack for sure. But I think he understood that there were some serious water issues there in Turn 11, and I couldn't see. I can't see that well when I'm right up behind somebody. So I shaded a touch to the right, and I was right in the water puddle.
I wasn't sure if he was joking or half joking, basically, kind of like what he did to you in Martinsville.
Yeah, certainly. His was unintentional, I understand, and certainly mine was as well.
Kind of to piggyback off of the intensity of the schedule, how do you manage the stress of that many races? Do you do anything as far as? It's
a grind. I mean, for me personally, it's a get away from racing. It's different strokes for different folks. I think everyone does things different. You ask Kyle Larson, he'll say, I want to race 5 days a week. And for me, it's I want to race one. And the rest, I try to get my mind away from racing as much as I possibly can. Owning a team doesn't help with that, but I find rejuvenation and want to be part of the sport for a longer time by getting away.
I know you're not part of the New Hampshire test, but how interested are you in it, and assume you've seen a little bit of what they're going to try to do?
The lower downforce stuff.
Yeah, or the lift if you're behind somebody stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I think that generally speaking, there's some merit to it. The counter to it is this, right? If you're still less downforce, you would generally think if you're running behind someone, just total. So how our cars really perform well, especially on the bigger tracks, is that we're able to go to a different groove. Well, that allows us to get all the air on a car. So if our car's got a less benefit by running in a different line, then I'm worried about the ability to pass being tougher. But again, I think it's more linked to the tires. Also, the less downforce the car has, the less the tires are going to wear out. So it's going to force Goodyear really to have to be more aggressive yet with their tire package, giving us more grip, because the lower downforce just is not going to wear out tires. You need downforce to wear out tires.
You think the grip would allow you to pass?
I don't know. Again, I understand the philosophy behind it, and I think it could be successful, but it has to be paired with the right tire, or else it won't look any different.
We're coming up on a year now with Kurt's crash. You go back to that, a year ago. When you in the moment, did you know how hard a hit was? Realize like it was.
I didn't know. I mean, I was sitting on pit road, about to run, and I knew that he was going to be one of the guys that I was going to have to beat to get the pole that day. I had known, though, that Kurt had taken a few significant hits prior to. He had flown back with me after Bristol and a couple other ones, and I guess I could probably just see he was visibly not 100%. So I think once you just compound those things over and over again, it just takes less and less to have a significant impact. That was a significant enough impact to end it.
This is Daniel Hemrick, driver of number 11 Collie Grits Chevrolet. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also check out one of those two videos beside me. Visit frontstretch.com for more racing content.